Are we ready?
All right, ready.
No bras required. The podcast where two girlfriends talk about everything from diapers to death and do it all braless and brutally honest.
I'm Megan. I'm a mom of four, lifelong educator, dance studio owner, coffee and wine snob, and never afraid to speak my mind.
And I'm Patty, mom of three, teacher turned leader, dance boss, loud laughter, tequila enthusiast, and professionally unfiltered.
Together, we've got over 30 years in education, 7 kids, 2 studios, countless bottles of wine and tequila, and a whole lot of stories to share with you.
What's No Bras Required all about? It's a space for women like us who are juggling life, entrepreneurship, parenting, work, marriage, friendship, grief, joy, chaos, and just need some real talk.
So, whether you're sipping wine in leggings, hiding in your car, or rage cleaning your kitchen, we're here for you. Hey, Patty.
Hey, Megan.
Woo! Here we go. Last week in March. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there where we hit our first, maybe second spring here, and it's currently snowing and blowing.
That sounds dirty.
So yeah.
Well, we're in the yellowing here. So,
Blowing. What is
yeah,
that?
the yellowing is so we have all these pine trees and they have this ridiculous amount of pollen and it's this like
Oh,
yellow pollen. It looks like it has yellow snow. And it just when the wind blows, you just watch these like dust clouds of yellow pollen everywhere. It
oh,
gets on
gross.
everything. All of our cars are yellow. It's disgusting. Disgusting. Yeah, so we're in the yellowing and
Is it like allergy? Do people have bad allergies towards it?
it's too big to really be an allergen, but all the
Oh,
other stuff that's blooming and blowing and pollinating is, what gets people. So,
oh, fun.
my allergen, the crepe myrtles, they've already bloomed once. So, like, I'm in a good spot right now, but they'll bloom again in about May, and then they bloom again in like July. Like, these suckers bloom multiple times in a year, and we planted them everywhere around here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're trying to kill me. I think they're trying to kill me.
Oh,
They're really
oh,
pretty, but
yeah.
they get me. So
Oh,
it's all right.
yeah, yeah. And we're at comp too, so it's like
Oh, yeah.
long days,
Yep.
blizzard, head
Ugh.
colds. Yeah, it's great.
It's good times. Good times. Yeah, I
Mhm.
am 2 days away from spring break and
Ooh,
I need it. I need it. Yep.
I'm
We're ready.
excited.
Thanks. I'm excited for me too. When I
Yeah,
can get to be excited. Like I'm like, I gotta get through the next 2 days and then I feel like I can be excited.
yeah. But it's not always how it goes.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You're like, I can do it. I can do it. But it's also felt like the longest week ever. I'm like, how is it only Wednesday?
Seriously though.
But it's okay. It's all right. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So today we're talking about mental health. And we're doing great with ours.
Oh,
So, we're holding everything together except for our boobs and occasionally our mental health cuz I'm telling you right now, it's on the edge sometimes.
yeah. Yeah. And today we're gonna go there. It's not the Instagram version of let's take a walk and drink some water because nobody
That
has
makes
time for that. And it really like
and that really makes
it's
everything
comp
better.
season. Like I can't mess with the caffeination I need in my bloodstream
Mm-mm.
for the long days. But yeah, we're doing the messy, the real, the hormonal, the overloaded brain stuff.
Yeah. And we're talking about mental health as moms, as wives, as women in perimenopause, as business owners, and also what's happening with our kids right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if you've ever felt like you are carrying 47 tabs open in your brain,
Just
and
47?
just 47, and
Oh,
one of them is playing music and you can't find it to turn it off, legit happened. And it was the same song playing at different times this week. But anyway, yeah, this episode is for you.
yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Well, let's get into it. So the mental load isn't just busy, it's biological.
Yeah.
So it's not just about the scheduling and the remembering, right? We know that. We've been through there, but it's the constant cognitive labor that
Yeah.
we go through.
Yeah. And women are carrying 70% of household mental load tasks. That's even in dual income homes.
It's a lot.
70%. That's just the household. You
Yeah.
haven't gone to work yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about the let's try again. Decision fatigue because it's real. And
Yeah.
it's real. I mean, I the statistic that I found was that adults make over 35,000 decisions per day.
I
And
feel that.
oh, 100%. And
I
then
feel that.
we get home and it's like your husband asks you, "Well, what do you want for dinner?" And
Like,
we lose our minds. And it's like, because I cannot make one more decision. And, and that's just an average adult. So, like, if you're running a business, if you are leading a school, if you are dealing with large amounts of other human beings, it's probably more.
truly though,
Yeah, it's a lot.
it's a lot. And then there's like the brain is not designed to constantly context switch between,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, so like I just was like thinking about this. Like in the morning, you're getting ready for work, you're getting ready for whatever. So you're being switched back and forth from mom mode to like what needs to get done in the house today. You're trying to prepare for work, like what are my to-do tasks, back and forth to like what do need to remember to pack, what are we doing after school, does everybody have all of the things that they need packed into the car, do we have time to come home between our activities, like it's exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
It's exhausting. And then you mix into that like trying to be a good partner.
Who's got time for that?
Well, and then like self-care. Like what, what the hell
Just go
even
drink
is
some
that?
water.
Yeah. Self-care is water. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or tequila in your water bottle because at some point,
Girl.
that's self care. That's real self care.
Also, I really appreciate, I got to give a shout out to Kim Field, who we had on earlier, because she sent a meme to me that tequila is the number one alcohol for perimenopause and menopausal women. And I'm like, Kim, I loved you before, but it's like another layer of like, I think we hit level 8 friendship status with that meme.
Like you
Thank you
feel
very much.
seen. Yeah, you
Yeah.
feel seen and known. Um, yeah. I do you remember we had a speaker at retreat and he was talking about multitasking and how you
Oh yeah.
truly aren't multitasking.
Yeah.
And because I remember him asking, like, who thinks they're good at multitasking?
Oh,
And like the whole room was like, yeah,
yeah.
me. Like, I totally can. And he's like, no, no, your brain isn't made for that. You're all terrible at it. You're not actually multitasking. You're context switching.
Yeah.
And that's where you drop the ball. And
Yeah.
it was all about, setting up that work time of focused time, putting it in your calendar, and you're only going to do this task. Like you
Yeah.
schedule out your day of what you're going to do. And every time that I look at, even the morning, like you talked about, I mean, I get up in the morning, I try not to check my phone, but I do. And I'm usually like looking through Facebook to see if there's anything that I need to address, looking at email to see if there's anything that I need to deal with the studio. Then I go to my school email and then I open my text messages to see if there's anything there that I need to do. I look at the calendar, I figure out what the day is going to look like. and this is all before I've even, and I'm listening to the news to see like, okay, what kind of fresh set of hell are we dealing with today? And, for real. And,
Yeah,
that's all before I've even gotten out of bed to pee. And,
yeah,
I've already context switched like four or five, six times. And it's like, no
yeah,
wonder when I get in the shower, I'm finally like, oh, because I feel exhausted and the day's only just started.
yeah,
Um, it's a lot. And as hard as we try, I feel like it's really, really hard for us to keep it focused on one thing. Now, like at work, I will sit down or like if I'm doing studio stuff, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to work on and here's what I'm going to do. And I have this 15, 20 minutes and
yeah.
like shut my door, don't open any other apps, put the phone away, like go. But, our worlds don't really lend themselves to that often, ever.
Ever,
I was trying to be optimistic.
ever. No, and it's but like listening to you say that, and I'm just like, and this is why I feel like kids have such a hard time focusing in class
Hmm.
at the studio. You hear about teachers complaining about like their attention span is that of a gnat. Like they just do not have one. So if we're the adults in the room and we feel like we're a ping pong ball, how do we expect the kids to cope?
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean the phone I think is terrible for that. It has
Yeah,
made it so much worse.
yeah,
I mean, because you're answering emails while you're tracking dentist appointments and grocery lists and your
yeah.
kid's emotional state and whether you thawed the chicken. Did you even remember to buy the chicken? Probably not.
We're
Yeah.
having chicken.
Right? Well, or as I'm at the hair salon today and Ryan's like, "What are we having for dinner?" I'm like, "No clue."
Yeah,
Sorry, buddy. And he's like, "Well, I don't want this and nobody wants this." And I was like, "Well, we'll figure it out,
we're gonna have cereal.
We don't even have cereal in the house."
Send me your cereal request. I'll hit it after the salon.
Right? I know. Well, even today I was like, dang
Yeah.
it, I'm out of tampons. Like, and I'm like, do I really want to go to the store or can I figure this out?
No, you cannot not have. No, there's lines that we don't cross.
I know. I mean, it came up to that. I was like, all right, that is a line I cannot cross. But I mean, it really did. I was like, I could probably try to figure this out so I don't have to go back out. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I do need a vacation, but I need my brain to stop narrating my to-do list while I'm trying to fall asleep. And that sucker while I'm sleeping and it turns on. And then it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh, you got this, this, and this you got to do.
Yeah. I had that the other night. Like I when I was in perimenopause, my witching hour was 4:45 a.m. and I would wake up like clockwork. And if I could not get my brain to turn off, I would quite often get up and just work until 6 a.m., 6:30, and then I would go back and lay down for an hour and then get up and do my day. But it worked better to get up and just do the things so that my brain would shut up.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It's
because menopause and perimenopause, like it messes so hard with your brain and nobody warns you about it.
yeah. Well, and on top of that, the moods, like you have mood symptoms. I mean, we talked about this last week. It's like
Yeah.
freaking adolescence and puberty decided to come back with an extra oomph.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah. And I brought friends.
Yeah, you're not gonna like any of them. Um, but yeah, like so estrogen, like just talking about it, directly impacts serotonin, which is your mood, your dopamine, which is your motivation,
Ooh, got none of
and,
that.
and your cortisol regulation, which is your stress.
Hmm.
Like, no wonder
Yeah.
to mess with your mood, your motivation, and your stress. You're like, great, like what is left? And then that's I think like anxiety and depression that we've got that risk increases during perimenopause even in women with no prior history and no family history. And then you end up feeling like it's your fault.
Yeah.
And I really wish we could get rid of that whole blame thing and just like, no, this is normal,
Well,
whatever normal is.
there's no grace and no understanding of you're in this stage of life. We know that you're dealing with a lot.
Yeah.
These hormones are up and down and all over. I mean, in the course of a day, you can be like raring to go, and then you're ready to rip somebody's head off, and you're like, I don't even recognize this human that's coming out of me right now. The dragon lady comes out, and
Yeah.
then, and then you're exhausted. I am not a nap person, Patty, but like
Oh,
I know you're a nap, you love a good
I
nap.
rocked a good 40-minute nap today we had a break in the convention. And I'm like, yes,
Yeah, you love a good
yes.
nap, but I'm not a nap person. And like the last couple weeks, I crash out and
You're
need a
starting to come to my
I
side.
am. I'm coming to the dark side because I cannot. I mean, it's like no matter what time I go to bed, no matter how well I sleep or
Yeah.
don't sleep, I am still so exhausted.
Yeah.
And I feel like I just can't get stuff together. I'm not one to drop the ball on things, but like I've messed up stuff in my calendar. Just things that are not me at all. And it makes me frustrated because I'm like, this isn't me,
Yeah.
but it is me right
That's
now.
you.
And
Yeah.
I have no control over it. And then I don't have freaking tampons. So,
Yeah. And then we get like, that's why we're more irritable and we're less tolerant and we're emotionally flat or explosive.
oh,
Like
can I
we've
tell you
either given up or we're like, rawr.
can I share a story about
Yeah.
me? It was bad today. I
What'd you
have to
do?
admit, it was pretty bad. So we're having this event at school. All the bands from the county are coming and doing like their performance adjudication thing.
Okay.
So it's tons of schools. We're hosting it. It wasn't planned well on the like logistical end. Like
Yeah.
more people needed to be in the conversation to handle the
Yeah.
logistics of like what this was going to look like while we're still trying to run school with 1,800 kids and all
Yeah.
these strangers coming in and other schools and all of this stuff. So yesterday I handled it fine. I was like the calm, the ready, the like, hey, how can I help? What can I help with? Today, it was after lunch. I didn't eat yet. So I think that might
Okay.
be
I
some of
was
the
like, did
problem.
you eat?
No, and I just dealt with some obnoxious ninth graders who are playing games. And, I'm like having these conversations of you play stupid games, you're getting stupid prizes, and things are not up for debate. This is not a democracy kind of a conversation.
Yeah.
Um, and then we have one teacher come walking up with these random strangers. Let them in the side door where they're not supposed to come in. I'm sorry, why are we letting strangers in our school with our children? I mean, granted, like they're there for the band thing, but they didn't follow the directions and where they're supposed to go, and you just let them in, not knowing who they are. So that one calmly redirected them. The second one, it was not so nice. I was like, we cannot be wandering around the school. You can't just come in whatever entrance you want to. You were directed to come around the back. I need you to exit out the doors, walk around the back of the school, back where you parked, follow the directions. This is not free reign for you. It was not nice, but I didn't apologize either.
Well, you know,
I mean, I was correct. I could have said it nicer. And it probably wasn't so much their fault as I was really irritated with the fact that this teacher let in these strangers.
yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh my God, y'all, like come on now. Like
Yeah.
stop opening the door.
Yeah.
They couldn't have even gotten in if you didn't let them in." Like
Yeah.
it's just I'm like, "Oh, when until
No,
yeah."
that's fair.
But yeah, the dragon lady came out and then one of my fellow assistant principals, she was just giggling and she was like, "Oh my God, I've never seen that side of you." And I was like, "Well,
Well, she exists.
welcome, welcome to the
Yeah.
Dragon Lady show." She comes out every once in a while.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I had a similar moment on the weekend because we had our dance photos.
Hmm.
And you know, I love my dance parents. Like, I really do feel I have the best dance parents on the planet. And I think I have the best dance parents on the planet. And they help me realize who the not so great ones are. I had two that just all day Saturday wanted to push my buttons
Mm.
on silly and stupid and meaningless. Um, like if hey, if you want to get upset about that, that is your right, but don't involve me because I'm not going to get upset about something that doesn't matter, won't matter
Yeah,
5 minutes from now, 5 days from now, 5 years from now. Like you're choosing to be upset.
right.
Like you know what I mean? Like that
Hmm.
kind of it's
Yeah,
like, okay, like you're mad that you did a thing and your child did a thing and you're complaining to me like I'm supposed to fix the things that you and your child did. Honey, I can't help you. And furthermore, I don't wanna because what you have might be catchy. That's how I felt when I was tired.
you're contagious.
You might be contagious. And meanwhile, like the same parent, her child, I love working with her child. Like she is so fun, but that girl's like a bull in a china shop and she's almost knocking down the lights and the photos. Like I just I'm just gonna bring you over here. You're gonna sit with Miss Patty. Here we go. It's like if they only knew like what the day is like and how many like talk about decision fatigues. Like we got there at I think it was 10 o'clock. I taught for 2 hours solos first. And then we enter pictures. And it's like, Miss Patty, Miss Patty, Miss Patty, Miss Patty. I can't even walk across the hall to my office without 4 or 5 Miss Patties. Like, how many moms lose their stuff after eight? Mom from two or
Hmm.
three kids. Try 250 on a Saturday, plus their parents. And it's all in the email, folks.
What, reading? So I think, yeah, this is where I lost it today because like there's a giant sign that we posted
Yeah.
outside the front doors pointing people where to go. On every door, there's signs pointing them where to go. And I'm like, one, how can you not read? And two, like, come on. It just, my level of tolerance for nonsense and just pure stupidity is at zero. And it,
Yeah.
yeah. And sometimes it just comes out. And I look at it and I'm like, I don't even recognize who this person is in this moment.
Yeah. Yeah, you spend your 20s learning who you are, and then you spend your 40s wondering where the hell she went.
She tired.
That girl ran away.
She got no money because she had kids and they've spent it all. She's trying to survive, living off caffeine and trying to find freaking tampons.
And okay, and just one more symptom. I don't know if you
Yeah.
have this yet. I got twitchy eye.
I
It's
have
like,
itchy nipples.
oh,
I know,
okay,
weird,
you
right?
win. You win.
Like, and that is not appropriate when you're at school and you're like, all of a sudden they're itching and you can't like itch. And that happens at the worst time. And there's nothing you can do. And it's not just like, it's just like the boob. And I'm like, what is wrong with it? And it's only my right boob, not the left one. But oh my gosh. I know it's bad. Like, at least you look like you're winking at people and like
No,
sharing
I
some
look
funny joke.
it,
like molesting myself over here.
I just look twitchy and like, oh my gosh. Um, I gotta share a funny story with you, but I could do it later. Let's keep moving on. Let's keep moving.
We're going off the rails.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Uh,
the invisible pressure of being a business owner. So not only, we know that it's hard, but being a business owner and mental health, because it's not just all about perimenopause. Some of you lovely
yeah,
friends have made it out of the other side, and some of you are still in that beautiful, luscious life of thick hair and lots of
yeah,
hormones that work. So, yay for you.
congrats.
Um,
Yeah,
but female entrepreneurs report higher rates of burnout and anxiety compared to their male counterparts.
yeah. And nearly 1 in 3 business owners experience chronic stress or overwhelm.
And I think it's because you have to be on all the time.
Well, and I keep going back to like, do we? But I also am like, yes.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're like not not living in your town where you have your studio or close enough,
Where your
that
businesses, yeah,
yeah, where your business is, but like if you live in your town or somewhere around there, I mean, I think even educators, teachers, we feel the pressure too because you can you can't go anywhere without somebody seeing you, knowing you,
yeah,
judging you. Like you have to carry that extra responsibility
yeah,
of um how you act and what you do out in public. Because somebody's going to be there. I mean, we were at comp a couple weeks ago and like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from where we live. And I was sitting at the bar with one of my teachers and one of the other, like the teachers for the convention
yeah,
talking. And I had a glass of wine. One of the freaking kids from my school apparently saw me and their parent came up later and like we've known each other for a very long time so it was fine but she was like oh yeah my kids said they saw you sitting at the bar drinking and she was like I just came down to say hi and I was like okay I'm glad it's you and not some other kid
yeah,
and some judgy parent but like oh my gosh I'm 2 hours away from home.
yeah. Also, like, how many times do you get asked by a dance mom for your phone number?
Zero
Like,
now but
yeah,
that wasn't always the case
yeah.
but yeah
But it's like, do you do that with your accountant?
right
Do you do that with your like, why do you think you should be able to have access to your dance teacher 24/7? This
right
is their job, not their life, although it is our lives, like, quite often. But it's like, do you want to have space from your work and like in between your family and your life? I am constantly kind of just, do you ask that of
power meter man.
your lawyer, your
Yeah.
gynecologist? Do you, yeah, like,
Yeah.
do you ask that of everybody?
Right. Yeah. And I think in dance, it's hard. I mean, as a dance studio owner, as a dance teacher, we do build those relationships with kids.
Yeah,
We we have that time with them. Hopefully, you spend 15 years
yeah,
growing them and training them, and people don't know how to separate you from a friend, from somebody super
yeah,
familiar
yeah,
with the family.
yeah,
And while you are, there have to be boundaries. And we've struggled with this in the past with teachers. I'm like, absolutely not. You will not give your phone number to
yeah,
parents. They do
yeah,
not get your personal phone number. We use Band to communicate. They can call the studio, they can email the studio. They can message you through band where we can all see it. But like, no, 100% no, you're not giving your phone number. You're not friending them on Facebook, Instagram, unless you have like a professional profile that
Yeah.
is just for dance. We're not doing this because there has to be a boundary. You are not their friend. You are not their family member. You're not, no,
Yeah.
no, no, because they don't understand the line. And then when something happens, it becomes personal.
Yeah. Yeah. I I have policies on it. I educate my teachers about it. But I'm like, if you do this, you cannot come to me and when it becomes a problem.
Yeah,
I'm like, if you want to befriend people on Facebook, if you want to befriend people on Instagram, if you give them your phone number after I've told you all of this, don't come to me.
right.
And they're like, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's
And I was
like
like, and they'll talk you up all they want, and they'll like blow some sunshine and unicorns and rainbows up your tail and tell you how fabulous you are and compliment you. But, I tell my staff, I'm like, it's transactional
yeah,
and they're going to love you when they love you. But as soon as
yeah,
there's something that they don't like, or Susie comes home upset, or they have decided that the grass is greener on the other side,
yeah,
you become public enemy number one, and
yeah,
you are now the target of all their vitriol. It happens over and over again, and you're like, I don't understand. I thought we were good.
yeah,
Whatever, and they like, and you end up getting hurt because you crossed that line.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, this, you and I have been around since the earth cooled off on this. Like,
Yeah.
this is not new in our industry. It's not an if, it's when.
Yep.
And you have to protect yourself from that hurt and from just that expenditure of energy because all of your students are counting on you to show up. And when you have that, it takes so much out of you and it takes so much of your, like, why am I doing this again?
Yeah.
And you have to constantly remind yourself. So yeah, shout out to all the studio owners, especially during this season. Like, I'm like a lot of the forums, I'm just
Oh,
shocked how many parents are being ugly at conventions and competitions to their teachers and studio owners over scores that don't matter, which will be another segment. But
yeah.
wow, just wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It is the time of year where
Yeah,
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 everybody loses their mind. Um,
yeah, yeah.
I think, another pressure that we have as business owners and is carrying the financial responsibility. You're responsible
Oh,
not
for
only
sure.
for paying all the bills, but you're responsible if you have full-time people, if you even just your part-timers, you want to
Yeah,
make sure they're being paid. You want to make sure you pay them well. You
yeah,
feel responsible for them.
yeah,
This time of year, I know a lot of studio owners are not sleeping well because they're looking at, okay, who's signing up for summer. Summer's that
yeah,
down season where everything gets really tight because everybody wants to, well, we're going to take the summer off. Well, our bills don't take the summer off.
yeah.
So, it can get really, really stressful. And especially now with costs getting so high on everything, it's a
Oof.
hard time. There's a lot of studio owners that are losing sleep, even the ones that have a cushion, that have it together, that budget wisely. I think we all get to about June or July and you're like, are we gonna
Yeah,
make it? I
yeah.
think we're gonna make it, but are we gonna make it? Like, it's like there's always that like, ooh, I don't know, like,
Well, especially with all the uncertainty going on in the world right now, too. Like, the gas prices are rising, groceries are getting more expensive. Um, the cost of even competitions and dance costumes.
oh,
Like, it's
it's out of control.
yeah, it is. So I mean, it's understandable, and I know the pressures that families are feeling and facing, and
Yeah.
it's everything has an effect on everything else.
Yeah, there's going to be some tough choices coming, but
Oh yeah, yeah. Again, we've been here before, but like a lot of the new studio owners, it's like buckle up because it's going to get bumpy if things
yeah,
politically don't sort themselves out soon.
yeah,
Yikes.
yep.
Um, yeah,
I know. It's hard.
it is. It is. Um, I lost it.
Well, let's
How
move on.
appropriate. How appropriate for this episode that I was going to tell you, but
Well,
it is
let's move
lost.
on to marriage
Oh
and
God.
and that
Okay.
one because I mean we're planning to get deeper into the business side in the next couple weeks, and I feel like we
Yes.
could go on for days about it. But um, so marriage and mental health. So mental health struggles are one of the top contributors to relationship dissatisfaction.
Yeah. Yep. And women are more likely to feel emotionally unsupported, even in stable marriages,
Yeah, yeah.
because men, they don't get it.
No, they
They
don't.
try. I do believe they try, but we're built different.
Yeah. And I think it's really easy to build resentment when
Yes.
one person carries more emotional mental labor or um, communication is broken down. I remember, when Mike and I were first dating, well, we've been dating about a year, and 9/11 happened.
Oh,
Like, yeah, big, big
yeah.
moment in
Yeah.
history, right?
Yep.
And he was working at Sears and he had to close and he had to close the store. He had to stay there. He's like, I need to be here because we're gonna send other, people home and I need to be here. But I was sitting at his apartment and was like, okay, great. When you're done, can you come here? Like, I
Yeah.
need my person to process this with. I've been processing it all by myself all day. I mean, I was in class. I was working on my thesis with my advisor. I mean, it's heavy and it's
Yeah.
here. It was awful. It was
Yeah.
very traumatic. And he was very dismissive of it. And that I was like, oh, and I was hurt by it. I mean, we had to talk
Yeah.
it through, but I was really hurt with how he was like, I'm just going to do what we need to do. And I wanted to talk feelings and process it and kind of like go through all of it.
Yeah.
And he did not want to. Um, and yeah, it's hard. It's hard when we need to talk it out,
Yeah.
but we don't need somebody to fix it. I see that all the time. I don't
Yeah.
need you to fix it. I just need you to listen.
Yeah.
And, and they're like, I just want to fix it and move on. I'm like,
Yeah.
but that's not what I need.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I think sometimes too, they need time or
Hmm.
more time to talk it out. Like Todd and I wish wash on that. Sometimes he wants to talk it out, and I'm like, I need time to think about this before I'm ready to talk about it. And other times I'm like, I want to talk about it. And I need a moment. I need to take a beat before I'm ready to talk about this. And it's funny because it's on different topics, different things that happen in our lives, on who's ready to talk right away and who's like, I just need to sit with my feelings for a minute before I'm ready to
Yeah.
share.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough, and it's that whole, how do we do it so nobody wins and nobody loses, but we both get what as much as what we need from each other
Hmm.
without alienating each other. It's such a tightrope walk, marriage.
Yep.
And those times are often when you are tired, exhausted, you don't have the mental capacity to like think past what you need, let alone, oh, I got a partner that I need to worry about their feelings too,
Yeah.
right? And the world today isn't really about looking after. other people. It's me, me, me. Not everybody again. Like this is, but it is becoming more and more predominant that, well, if I can't be who I am, well, if I can't have this, if I can't, and it's like part of a relationship is the we. Part of
Mm.
being on a team is we.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think, you know, it's the when we get to the point where it's I'm fine,
Like fine or fine.
either one, it's bad. Like that's where you're shutting down communication and you're not trying to bridge that gap. You're not trying to meet the person in the middle. You're not, trying to see it from their perspective. You're not you're putting up a roadblock. And, we're bad, I will say. We're bad for saying I'm fine and not wanting to pick the fight and just move on.
Yeah.
Um they I think men mostly go silent more than they're like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like they
Yeah.
just stop talking. Um, but yeah, I think you have to think about what do you need from your partner, but you're not asking for it. Have you even communicated that you need it?
Well, especially if you don't know.
Right. You may not know.
Like, what if you don't know what you need? You just don't. Like, I either need a back rub or a sandwich.
Or sleep.
Yeah, or space.
Yeah. And and sometimes you don't know what you need in the moment and then you carry some hurt. Like when I had my surgery for my ankle and we were trying to figure out, okay, I've got to be at the surgery center at this time. We've got this, the kids have to get to school. We have, it's like
Yeah.
the logistics of life. And I was like, I'll be fine. Mom can take me. She can take me to the surgery center and bring me home and it'll be fine. You deal with the kids. Like we had a discussion about it, but then in the moment of my surgery and after, I
You
was
wanted to.
hurt because he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like I loved having my mom there. My mom has always been by my side for a lot of
Right.
all the things, but I wanted my husband to fight to be there with me when I was going under for surgery. And he was just
Yeah.
very like, okay, yeah, I can do this. It was back to like, I'm gonna take care of these things and like fix, fix, fix. And I wanted the emotional, like,
Or
be
and
there
he
for me.
and he thinks he's supporting you because he's looking after all the things so you can
Correct.
go to your surgery. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. And so I had to check myself on that one because I was like, no, no, this is what you asked for. This is what you agreed on.
Yeah.
You didn't know you'd feel this way. You can't now
Yeah.
turn it into something else. Like, you got to check yourself sometimes.
Yeah. It's a tightrope walk, man. It's a tightrope walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we get into kids?
Oh boy. Yes. And I feel like this will turn into, we're going to have to do another whole episode probably on this because we can go deep into this. But we're going to hit the Cliff Notes version today.
Yeah.
And
And
then
I this is where I'm going to share my story with you.
okay. Yeah.
But okay, first let's talk about it. Facts and figures. 1 in 5 children in the US has a diagnosable mental health disorder. It's crazy.
And more severe than you think.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not talking like just the ADD, ADHD. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Teen anxiety and depression rates have increased over 40% in the last decade.
And this is the worst one. Suicide is now a leading cause of death amongst teens.
I think it's number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is not okay.
Nope.
So our kids today, they're constantly dealing with constant comparison, social pressure, and lack of emotional resilience skills. And I have to tell you, okay, the constant comparison. Now, this is a funny story.
Okay.
So in my little tap class on Monday, Tuesday, yesterday, oh my gosh, I felt lost days. Um, we're headed to competition. I have them for their last class. And one of them says, I had to get my armpits waxed. And I'm like, what? Because they're like 8 and 9.
Oh, wow.
I know. And I'm like, really? And then they all started, Miss Patty, do I
Oh,
have to get my pits? I'm like, guys, do you even have hair? And one of them came up and she's like, yes, I got two. And she did. I had to lean in to see them, but I'm like, just do I have to wax them? What is waxing? And I'm like, listen,
oh boy.
we're not gonna get into it. But I'm like, I said, well, I don't think you need to get waxed. But I'm like, you know what we could do? And she's like, what? And I'm like, what if we named them? Why would I want to do that?
Oh,
But they, oh, God bless their hearts. They're like, yeah, we had a talk about waxing. And
okay.
I'm like, but they're getting hairier earlier.
Yeah, and that's crazy. And I think
I
that has
didn't
a
know
lot
that.
to do with it because they are. I mean, kids are hitting puberty, especially girls. They're hitting puberty at 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we're having to stock feminine products in the elementary schools where
Yeah.
that used to be rare
Yeah.
that you would have that issue. It's
Yeah.
more and more common.
It
And
sure is. Yeah.
it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Um, and we can go down a deep rabbit hole and into conspiracy theories about why it's happening, but I think the bigger issue, it hits everybody by surprise that my kids shouldn't be going through puberty. They shouldn't be having these emotional mood swings. They shouldn't be dealing with these things because they're not old enough yet. And it's like, no, but they are. And then
Yeah.
they go so long without that care, that just
Edu-
understanding,
education.
education. Yeah, all of the things that you would want, supports that you would put in place if you understood that this is where they were in their developmental journey.
Yeah. 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 And I am always when the parents are like, this is too soon for them. Like, and especially something like their period. Okay, well, you tell them to stop then.
Right. What are you going to do about it? Like, it's happened, so let's deal with what's happened.
Yeah, like nobody asks you if you like it or if you're ready for it. But like if you behave that way as the parent, what chance does your child stand
Mm.
on being okay with this? Like this is a normal part of getting older. Yes, they might have hit it earlier than their peers, but it is still normal. Let's not make them feel shame or that they've done it wrong in some way, shape, or form. Give them the information that they need to, like, if it's they've started their menstrual cycles early. This is how we stay hygienic. This is how what you need to do to make sure, like
Yeah.
pads and tampons, like whatever your family values are on that. This is where like pack a little bag in your school bag. This is like just keep it in your locker. Um, Here's who you go to if you ever have like if there's like an accident, you don't know like who to turn to. These are the people you go talk to. Like give them the information they're going to need.
Yeah.
Don't make them feel even more afraid or more or worse about just nor like things that just are going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think, as parents, we're trying to regulate ourselves while we're teaching them how to regulate. And as we've said before, if you're in perimenopause and you've got a kid going through puberty at the same time, it is like crazy. I don't even know. Color wars. I always think of it like color wars where you just like throw all the powder and everything like
Yeah.
mixes up together because it's out of control. But the most important thing is we've got to regulate ourselves when we're dealing with our kids.
Yeah.
And or if you mess up, because we're all going to mess up, then you need to repair that relationship and have the guts to be able to have that conversation and say, I'm overwhelmed right now. I need a minute. Or, honey, I need to finish this. Give me 2 minutes and I will give you all of my attention, and put the phone down and talk to them. Spend time with them.
Yeah.
Listen to them. Make them a priority, not like a passing thought or glance. They're not a bother, and especially if they want to talk.
Yes.
Because if they're not talking to you, they're talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
And they're going to learn from other people.
Yeah.
So, who do you want them to learn from? And
Yeah.
who do you want to have the biggest influence on their life? You, where you can set their values and you can guide them down a right path, or their peers who have some distorted idea of what reality is because they're all in puberty or adolescence or teenage life. And I mean, we've all been there. We know how stupid we were and how we thought we knew everything. And they sure are convincing a lot of times about what they think they know. And that's not always the reality. And so who's going to have the bigger connection to your kid?
Right. And hopefully you want it to be you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, just as a piggyback on that, if you're the type of person who screams at the coffee
Mm.
shop clerk because they made a mistake, if you're the type of person that screams in traffic because you get cut off, don't be surprised when something bad happens with your kid that they're screaming at you or somebody else or they're like teacher at school, because it's how it's been modeled. How
Hmm.
we handle stress is how our kids are going to handle stress.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm not saying like you can't ever scream at traffic, but it's like, woo, you might want to check yourself in the car live in front of your kids at the same time and go, well, I overreacted.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. And, we have a saying in the anybody who works with children world, um, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And
no,
I can promise you 99% of the time, it's like you're dealing with this kid, whatever the issue is with
yeah,
them, whether they are losing their temper on people, they are F you, F this, you're effing blah, 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 blah at you, or they're shut down, or it doesn't matter. They're anxious. Oh my gosh, the poor little balls of like pure anxiety.
yes.
And then you meet mom or dad, and you're like, what?
Oh,
I see where it came from.
yeah,
Very rarely am I like, oh,
yeah,
this one doesn't match.
right,
But most of the time they are emulating mom or dad.
yeah. My favorite is like just on that too, and back to the studio owner world, is how many times have we been asked, would you hire this? Like, this is my student, like they're really good at this, they're really good at that, la la la. Would you hire your own student? And I'm always, would you hire their mother? And people like will stop and look at me because I've you've heard me say it like
Yeah.
so many times, but it's like, yeah, the kid might be like this now, but what was their mom like to deal with as you taught them through all those years? Because they will turn into their mothers. So if their mother was fantastic too, yep,
Yeah.
hire right now. But if they weren't, like that value system comes with that employee.
Hmm.
And are you prepared to have that, in your business?
Yeah. And I mean, if they don't turn into their parent, they're doing a lot of work on themselves
Yeah.
to undo those patterns because
Yeah.
they've learned them and those are their natural operating system.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so they're having to fight against that because that is how they've learned, and that's what they know.
Yeah.
And it's not always healthy, but I think we're all that way. This is our operating system. There's a lot to be said for, is it genetic or is it environmental? But there's a lot to be said for the environment that you grow up in
Yeah.
and the patterns that you learn. And then you have to decide as an adult, am I going to continue these patterns? First off, you have to recognize the patterns, but are you going to continue with them, or are you going to rewrite your system to something that's healthier? And it's really, really hard, and you don't get there until your late 20s. I mean,
At least.
some do as kids. If there was trauma, some are like, I am not going to be this person, and they will make some choices and do
Yeah.
better. But yeah, I mean, it's usually like late 20s into your 30s before you've recognized all of your patterns, and probably not even all of them, that's a lie, but like a lot of them. And
Yeah.
you're making a conscious choice of which ones you're going to carry on and which ones you're going to change.
I think you learn a lot about your patterns too when you take a spouse and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
your family does this. And you're like, what you talking about? And you're like,
Right?
oh, yeah, we do.
Yep. Or
Yeah, we do.
and then you add kids in there and really learn those patterns.
Yeah.
Like that's like next level stress.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
also a good time.
it is. It
It is a good
is.
time. Um, should we move into some self-care and why
Drink
it's
water.
like breathe deeply, go for a walk in nature,
Ground yourself.
light a candle, have a bubble bath.
Yeah, right.
It's
Try
like,
a new
oh,
skincare routine. I'm like, that's just more stress when you got to like 12 steps to just wash your face. It's keeping you from going to bed. Why?
yeah.
But yeah, that's
Okay,
not what we need.
what works for you? Like what when you're like just, oh my God, I'm overstimulated. My brain is what works for you?
I need people who can make me laugh. That is exactly what I need. I need people in my world, and I've learned this over I don't know how many years now. Um, but I've worked in a lot of different school environments, a lot of different places with a lot of different bosses and, different leadership styles. I need people who can make me laugh.
Yeah.
And when it gets really, really stressful, I need people who can find the humor in things, even if it's the dumbest,
Dark. Yeah. Or dark.
stupidest, or darkest humor. It doesn't matter. I need to be able to laugh
Yeah.
and like find some levity in it. That helps me decompress. When there is no laughter, it just it builds and it just continues to build, and it's yuck. So like it's terrible, but I need to be able to like make up names for people and be like, well, Darth Vader came in today and this is what happened, or the Dementor came, or because that's the one who's the fun sucker. I know it's terrible. Like HR would have a heart attack if they knew, it's like those memes of you're going to the HR office because you named your friend.
Yeah.
Like, I called my coworker this because of blah, 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 blah. And now I'm going to HR. Like, that would totally be it. But I mean, obviously, behind closed doors, but you need those safe people. You need those people who you can laugh with, and especially the
Yeah.
higher up you are in a leadership role where you have less and less support,
Yeah.
because you can't be friends with your employees. You can't be, again, we talked about boundaries. You have to have a boundary. If you're the leader, there has to be that boundary. You can be there for them, you can support them, you can care for them, They're
Yeah.
human, you know a lot about them, but there has to be a boundary. And then who do you talk to? Who do you have those conversations with? Who do you make those jokes with and laugh with and make up names for
Yeah.
people? And
Yeah.
um, you've got to find those people and set that support system for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you need?
Space.
Mm,
Like, I love people. Like I really do love being around people and the energy and watching them and all of the things. But when it is getting too noisy, I need just space for myself with quiet, nobody talking to me, nobody interrupting me. I just need time to process the things on my own, and
yep.
then I'm ready to share and talk about it. I also need, like you said, like I need good people that are sarcastic
Hmm.
in their humor. Wildly inappropriate also suits me well. Um, it just, yeah, it's very because we don't get to do that on a daily basis. We work with kids, so we have to be appropriate. We have to be like careful with what we say and what we talk about. So then, yeah, the exact opposite of my day to day is what I like.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. And I agree. I think you and I are very similar in that we are introverted extroverts.
Yeah,
Like, I get a lot of energy off of people and
yeah,
I enjoy being around people. I need to people.
yeah.
And then I hit my limit. I'm
And I'm
like,
like, I hate people.
I'm done with people. I know. And my kids are like, it's too peoply outside. And I know they get it from me because I do. I say the same thing. Like, it's too peoply. I don't want to go there because
Yeah,
I people all day
very-
long.
yeah,
And like the person you see at the studio, for the most part, minus the one mom that said I looked angry all the time. It's only because I can't see y'all. I do have the 47-year-old eyes, like, just deal. And I'm sorry if I have to squint and it looks like I'm scowling. It happens. But when you can't see, you can't see.
yeah,
But I people all day long and like the one you see out and about and at school and in studio and just,
yeah,
all the things. But then I get home and I'm like, I need the couch. I need to just turn something on the TV that I don't even know what I'm watching 90% of the time, but I need that background noise to just decompress and not have to think about whatever is going on. Um, yeah, and I have to recharge. I
yeah,
absolutely have to. I joke about my 9 o'clock ears. Like it hits 9 o'clock and everything is so loud. Like so loud. It's like my ears are like, we're done.
yeah,
And I need everything to just quiet.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. The older I get, the earlier I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
And I'm like a night owl, always have been.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Um, I also find too, and it's so hard when it's busy, but like the fundamentals, like as much as I joke about go for a walk, it's like exercise, nutrition, and like downtime, like lessen the phone usage,
Hmm.
screen time, get rid of it. Like TV is a different story, but like that constant pinging of the phone going off, like I just need to leave it in my room and go do something else.
Yeah. Mine
But
goes
like,
on do not
yeah,
disturb. Yeah.
eat, sleep, eat, sleep, exercise, and then yeah, guard your. What was it Taylor Swift said? Guard. You need to protect your energy like it's
Oh, yeah.
precious. That was. She's so smart.
She
That girl is
really
so
is.
smart.
I love that quote from her about, yeah, she has to protect her energy. And it's true. I mean,
Yeah.
you do. You've got to set boundaries. You've got to learn to delegate.
Yeah.
Um, you need to learn to say no without writing and giving a dissertation on why, because not everybody needs to know why.
Yeah.
Um, it's self-care is not bubble baths and massages and a spa day. I mean, it is like that's nice, but it's temporary. you've got to structure your life
Yeah.
to really care for yourself. And
Yeah.
when you lose those fundamentals, when things get busy, when you go 4 months without getting your hair done and your hairdresser's like, girl, what is happening?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I
Okay.
mean, I've been in a season of, I think from the new year until now, like it has been just insanity with all the things that we're dealing with on so many different levels
Yeah.
between work and like studio's fine, but still you have to run the studio and then
Yep.
life and family and car accidents. Like 2026 is kind of came in and gave us a middle finger, and it's a lot to process and to keep up with, and there's a lot that I've let go from me personally that I need to get back to, because I can tell like my energy's down. I'm not like, my brain can't focus and shift like it normally does. Like I'm missing things I don't miss. It's just, I know that I'm off, and
Yeah.
I've got to get back to those routines that kind of center me, so then I can take on whatever is happening. But at the same time, I know that my energy is being pulled in a million directions right now,
Yeah.
and sometimes you've got to let some things give because they just have to. You can't put that pressure on yourself of like, well, I'm not getting up at 5 a.m. to exercise. Shame on me. Now you're beating yourself up for it. It's like, I needed that sleep. It will be okay. I
Yeah.
will get back on that routine. I will get there. I haven't forgotten, but I need to right now I need to sleep first.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Um, when was the last time you felt mentally clear?
In the 1900s, probably 1984. I was
Oh, yeah.
5 years old. I don't know. Like, wow, that was a long time ago. Um, no, I feel that way after, usually after a girls' weekend, like, when we all get together and then I come back home, I feel pretty clear. I've had time to digest after a vacation. We had a whole bunch of snow days for a while there, so it was like
Yes.
we had this great time of, rest, because it's just, so
Yeah.
um yeah, but
Nice. Nice.
yeah, how about you?
Um, it's kind of been a hot minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like I had like a full day off where I didn't have to do anything, or I said I wasn't going to do anything. And I told my family, if you're going to talk to me, you have to bring snacks.
Oh,
And I
yes.
just basically laid on the couch and I watched TV, and I did have a hot bubble bath. But I took the day to do nothing, and I remember sleeping really well that night. My brain didn't go off. And the next day I got up and I got all of the things done that I needed to do, because I knew what I needed to do, because I'd had the time to the day before, like, I'm going to do this tomorrow, and this, like,
Yeah.
but it wasn't, I need to get this and this and this done. It was, okay, I'm going to get up, I'm going to do this first, this second, like, and it was a calm, and I felt really good. And I was very productive for a few days after, where it was just everything that needed to get done got done, as opposed to, oh crap, I got to move that a couple days later into my schedule. I actually got all of the things done, and it was great. But I just, again, needed that space to create that space for my brain and my body to catch up.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the thought that keeps looping for you lately?
Uh right now, because we're in competition season and it's my daughter's last one, it is to soak up every moment and just
Mm,
enjoy it, try and be in the moment, and just, yeah, be present.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it to be like another comp season where it's like at the end I go, whoo, where did that go? So I really try to be conscious of, like today I had a whole bunch of little primaries do their very first tap solo ever. I'm like, can I get a picture with you guys? All of you first year soloists, can I do that so that I have it like when they graduate, if they
Yeah.
keep, So I made sure I did that.
Yeah.
How about you? What's looping through your head other than tampons?
Oh my gosh. Seriously. Because I keep forgetting to buy them. Um,
You probably, it's more of a, I don't want to, therefore I won't.
I
Oh,
don't. And the fact that I've
damn
had
it, now I have to.
well, the fact that I've had a period for pretty much 2 months straight, like not heavy, but like it's
It's
stupid.
there.
It's
Yeah.
there. She just doesn't want to stop, and I'm over it. So I think it's really just like a protest, but not the right kind of protest because
Yeah.
it gets messy. Um, Thoughts that keep looping for me lately. Um, so many and then also so many not. Like it's like they're gone. I've noticed that a lot lately. Like it just goes out of my head. And I'm like, I thought of something, but I don't have it anymore. She flew away.
Wait, come
Um,
back. I wasn't done with you.
yeah, right. Or was I? Was I done with you? Was this like a mental editing? You know how like when you do choreography and you're creating a dance and you always keep forgetting that same spot and you're like, "Oh, that's my brain telling me that it doesn't
I don't
like
like
this
it.
part, so
Yeah.
we're gonna change it." Yeah, but I feel like that happens in so many areas right now. I'm like, "Ooh, we're editing a lot lately." Um, I don't know. I mean, we're kind of in the same season. Like we had showcase last weekend, and I'm sitting there watching Reagan do her solo on stage. It's our last showcase for company. You know, they do solos,
Yeah.
duos, trios. Um, and all I can think back is like her, when she was a little bee and was running around dancing in her first recital, and then when she was doing her Merida ballet dance, and
Yeah.
when she was doing her Rapunzel ballet, and I'm just like, oh, the little baby, and I can see all the little costumes and all the things, and it's like you're just running through the years, and now seeing this big child up on the stage that you're like, how did that happen so fast? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and just trying to soak it all in because it's going by so fast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fast. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. We're in very similar places.
we are.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
And it's a great one. It's a beautiful one, but it's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Um, where are you pretending you're fine right now?
In all of life.
Oh,
um, Physically, definitely physically. I'm trying
yeah.
to pretend like I'm fine. Um, I think Mike and I are in a like a just a roommate stage of life right now.
Yeah.
Um, just because of busyness and all the things going on.
Yeah.
Um, but trying to find the energy to like find that reconnection and the time
Yeah.
is really hard. And not that we're not connected, but it's just you have those phases
Yeah.
where you're just like two ships passing in the night. Like you try to connect, and connecting right now is like watching the same TV show. It's
Yeah.
like, what TV show do you want to watch today? Um, and that's just where we are. So, it's not great, but it's okay. It's okay for
Yeah.
where we are right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about you?
Uh, um, I think again it goes back to Charlie, like just watching her in this final dance season. Like it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to because I love sharing the studio space with her. I love that we love dance as much as we do together. Like we have great we'll like be in the studio together all day, and then we get in our cars. We're all in separate vehicles, and she phones me because she wants to talk about the day in the classes, and they're like, what would you have done here, like when this happened in class? And I am going to miss that so much.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
And she's my baby, so it's like, oh, like,
Extra.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Well, it is, but I'm so proud of her. I'm so excited that we got here. I am so thankful that I've raised three kids that are happy and healthy and independent of like and want to be independent of us.
Yeah.
Like like there's so many that are afraid to leave home, and mine are like, bye. And I'm like, see you Saturday for the potluck. Bring it
Yeah.
dessert. Like, but they also do want to come back and visit. Like I love that. I love the family that Todd and I have created. I'm like, oh wow, like they're going off to start their own now.
Mm-hmm. It's just crazy because
Yeah.
you feel like you just had them.
Well, and your kids are always your kids, so they're always your babies, even when they're like bigger than you. And
Yeah. They get those long legs, those
yeah,
long-legged babies running around the world. And I don't know who told them that they were allowed to get those long legs.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
know. All right. Well, if this episode hits a little deeper than usual, you're not broken. You're carrying a lot.
Yeah. And maybe the goal isn't to do more or better, but to start being more honest with yourself about what's actually hard.
Yeah. And there's a lot hard, and there's a lot hard in the world. So take one thing off of your plate this week. Just figure out the one thing. What's one thing you
Yeah.
can take off your plate? The world's not going to fall apart. We promise.
Yeah.
At least because you took that off. Now, the rest of the world, I can't promise
Yeah.
that. But if you
Right?
choose to not fold the laundry this week, it is not going to cause the world to end.
Exactly. Exactly. And as always, no bras are required.
If you got to take that sucker off, go for it.
Yeah.
All right, friends. Well, that ends our month of M's, and we hope that you were able to take some things away. And next month, we are going to be deep diving into all things business.
All things business.
Yeah, we got some things to say, as you know.
As we do. As we do. Yes. So, studio owner friends, if there's topics that you'd like to hear about, please let us know. We would love to know what you want us to answer
Yeah,
or our opinions.
what's on your mind? What do what
Struggling with?
hot topic do you want to talk about? What are the things that you see in studio world that you're like, hey, dive into this. I want your opinion on this.
Yeah.
Because we have them. And yeah, we would love to dive deep into studio ownership and structures and the world of all things.
All.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for No Bras Required this week, and we will see you next week with another fabulous episode.
Bye.
Our goal for this podcast is to be that village where we can have those deeper conversations. We can talk about the serious things and walk each other home from diapers to death and all the things that come in between, but also to bring the humor and our crazy squirrel moments and all of our funny stories that we've lived from parenting to entrepreneurship to just being us and the adventures that we come up with. But we want to build a community and be those people to give you some sound advice that, maybe makes you giggle a little bit every once in a while.
So thank you for tuning in. Subscribe, share with your favorite hot mess mom friends, and give us a follow on Instagram at No Bras Required Pod.
Every week, we'll drop a new episode tackling everything from marriage and mom guilt to leadership and loss with humor, heart, and maybe a little tequila or wine. So bring your favorite drink and join us every week.